Today we got a lot of great info surrounding handhelds, PC handhelds and retro handhelds. Now to be honest, I don't really talk about retro handhelds, and that's because it's just not something I talk about. That said, I do want to try out a Retroid Pocket, so maybe I'll try one out later in the future. But today this video is about two major PC handhelds coming out. The MSI Claw 8 AI Plus and the Acer Nitro Blaze 7. Let's talk MSI first. So, as you may have figured out, I never actually covered the MSI Claw on this channel, and that's mostly because I really wasn't feeling it. And while this one is a little more interesting, I still have my doubts about Intel graphics to begin with. So this time around it has variable refresh rate and it's a 16:10 display as opposed to 16:9. It has a newer Intel Core Ultra 200V. Gosh, you know, these Intel naming schemes are terrible. 16 or 32 gigs of LPDDR5X running at 8,533 megatransfers per second. This is probably the fastest RAM I've ever seen on a handheld. It can now fit a full-size SSD, it's got an 80 watt-hour battery, and it's got two Thunderbolt 4 ports. So as you can see here, they're touting their 80 watt-hour battery, and it's the same as the ROG Ally X. The big X factor here though is the Intel processor, and last I recall, it really wasn't that efficient. MSI is claiming that this is more power efficient than last year as well. But the big question is, can it even beat the Ally X in terms of battery life? It's hard to know, and honestly, it is something I have to test now. Thunderbolt 4 is very useful, but it's also kind of a rarity because it's an Intel-funded technology. But as you might have seen, this is no mere MSI Claw. This is the MSI Claw 8 AI Plus. What's the AI Plus mean? Okay, I get it. The new Intel chip they're rocking has NPUs, which are made for AI tasks. And I suppose if you have a lot of AI workflows, it could be useful. But there's still one more question though. Is this even useful for gaming? Can the NPUs actually accelerate processes in a typical game that isn't AI powered? Like, I could understand laptops having AI accelerators inside the processors. What good is it going to do for a handheld? Like, seriously. This is supposed to be a gaming first handheld. This is supposed to be a gaming handheld where your primary thing you're doing is playing video games on it. And as far as I'm aware, video games don't take advantage of AI hardware. Could this change in the future? Could video games in the future make use of AI accelerators? I think they could, but I think by the time they get around to doing so, the MSI Claw 8 AI Plus will be outdated. We should also mention that the Claw 8 AI looks different. The old MSI Claw used to look like a black ROG Ally, but now it doesn't, probably because the ROG Ally X is also black. There's also the matter of performance, because I've heard that graphics processing performance on Intel still isn't that great. But I guess we'll have to see when this device releases. But before that, if you like this video or any other video I make, please like, subscribe, and share with all of your friends. Spreading the good gospel of high-tech low-life really lets the YouTube algorithm know that I'm doing well. Now let's talk about Acer's Nitro Blaze 7. Unlike the MSI Claw offering, this doesn't have AI in the title. But make no mistake, Acer's calling this an AI-powered gaming handheld as well. So this here uses the AMD Ryzen 7 8840HS, their most powerful mobile APU. In theory, this should perform faster than just about any PC handheld out there. But at the end of the day, software is still king, so it remains to be seen. It is a 1080p panel at 144Hz. It has 16GB of LPDDR5X, running at 7,500 megatransfers per second. It says up to 2TB NVMe SSD, so I'm guessing it's a smaller SSD size. It has two USB 4 ports, and it's got a micro SD card slot. They're saying SD 4.0? Well, what is that? Well, apparently it's a fancy way of saying it's UHS 2. And of course, it's a 50 watt-hour battery. The big question though is, what even separates this from the others? Because it doesn't even seem that different. No hate on Acer or anything, but like, what even is the real difference? It's another PC handheld that's just by the numbers. Slightly better performance isn't as big of a selling point as you think it is, at least not with these PC handhelds. I mean, to be honest, it might come down to how it feels, how the buttons feel, the thumbsticks, everything. It might be the most comfortable feeling device in the world, but I'm not gonna know that, not till I get my hands on one or until I get to demo it. But they're also touting this as an AI handheld as well, featuring Ryzen AI. But like, this is a handheld. This is a device made for gaming. Much like the MSI Claw, what even is the point of AI in a handheld? there aren't any games that use AI in a meaningful way. And like I said before, they could make a game that uses AI hardware, but by the time that becomes mainstream, this device is going to be outdated as well. I see both of these PC handhelds and I think, man, that's a lot of handhelds. But then only to realize that there's way more handhelds coming from many companies. And then it starts to sit on me. It starts to dawn on me. There are way too many PC handhelds out there. I'm just surprised Dell didn't jump in when they did, because they had a working prototype of a PC handheld. It even predates the Steam Deck as well. Handheld burnout is real. I think it's safe to say at this point, people that want a PC handheld probably already have one, and the people that don't have one by now probably won't get one. And most people aren't just buying multiple different types of PC handhelds out there. Most people aren't buying like an Ally X and a Legion Go and an MSI Claw and a Steam Deck all at once. That's unrealistic. And yes, with the advent of Acer joining the handheld PC market, it cemented that every single major PC manufacturer is going to join at some point. Yes, it's all going to come to a head when HP and Dell join the handheld PC market. Are there too many PC handhelds out there? I certainly think there are. At this point, anyone that wants a PC handheld probably already has one, and they're likely to stick to their lane. Acer is going to be fighting an uphill battle because they have to pry people away from their existing PC handhelds. Some might buy it for the increased performance, but to be honest, aside from that, it doesn't really do anything that different. It doesn't have an X factor to it. There's no crazy new feature that you just have to try out. Nothing like the Legion Go's controller that turns into a mouse. Nothing crazy like that. And companies that join later than Acer, like, I don't know, what if Dell or HP join, then they're gonna have an even harder time anyways. They have to deal with, Valve, Steam Deck, they have to deal with all the other PC manufacturers, and even the smaller companies like Aya Neo or GPD. In my opinion, if you're not already in the PC handheld market, you probably won't make it. Now, you could make something truly unique or just straight up better than everyone else, or maybe just have a crazy new viral feature that everyone just has to try. If you like this video, please press the like button and check out our other videos, and if you like those other videos as well, be sure to press the subscribe button and share the good gospel of high-tech lowlife with your friends. Furthermore, we have a community Discord for enlightened individuals such as you. And if you wish to further support high-tech lowlife, be sure to check out our Patreon page. Links in the description.